The Suppliants by Aeschylus. Written in 463 BCE and translated by E.D.A. Morsehead. A sacred precinct near the shore in Argos.
Zeus, Lord and God of the suppliant hands, look down benign on us who crave thine aid, whom's winds and waters strave, from where through drifting, shifting sands, powers not less to the wave.
From where the green land, God-possessed, closes and fronts the Syrian waste, we flee as exiled, yet unbanned by murder's sentence from our land. But since AEGYPTUS has decreed his sons should wed his brother's seed, ourselves we tore from bonds aboard, from wedlock out of heart, not of heart but hand, nor brook to call a kinsman lord.
And DANAUS, our sire and guide, the king of counsel, pondering well the dice of fortune as they fell, out of two griefs, kindlier chose and bade us fly with him beside, heedless what winds or waves arose, and o'er the wide sea waters haste, until Argos shore at last.
A wandering pinnace came, Argos the immemorial home of her whom we boast to come. Io, the ox-horned maiden, whom after long wandering, woe and scathe, Zeus with a touch, a mystic breath, made mother of our name.
Therefore, of all the lands of earth, on this most gladly step we forth, and in our hands aloft we bear sole weapon for a suppliant's wear, the olive shoot, with wool enwound, city and land and waters won of Inachus and gods most high. And ye who deep beneath the ground bring vengeance weird on mortal man, powers of the grave, on you we cry.
And unto
And
Zeus,
Zeus,
the
the
Savior,
Savior,
God of mortals'
Mortal's
holy
holy purity,
receive
receive ye us,
watch,
receive ye
Watch
us.
and guard
and ward,
above the suppliant
suppliant
maiden
maiden
land.
land.
Chaste
the heart,
This your
of this
land
your
towards
land.
the weak,
weak,
But
but
ere the throng,
the
the
wanton
wanton
swarm,
wanton swarm from
swarm.
Egypt
from
sprung,
Egypt
leap
sprung,
north upon the
forth
silted
on the
shore.
silted shore.
Thrust
Thrust
back,
back,
Their
swift-rowed bark
Propel
again,
them,
propel them, urge
urge
them
them to the
main.
the
main.
main.
And there it soared, and lightning shine, and scudding drift and thunder swore. Deep death be theirs in stormy brine. Before they fell, he grasped and went, us maiden children of their kin, and climbed the couch by law denied. And wrong each week reluctant pride.
And now on her I call mine ancestress, who far on Egypt's shore a young cow's semblance wore. A maiden once by Harris' malice changed, and then on him withal, who, as amid the flowers, the grazing creature ranged, was in her by a breath of Zeus, conceived. And as the hour of birth drew nigh, by fate fulfilled unto the light he came, and Epiphus for name, born from the touch of Zeus, the child received.
On him I cry, and him for patrons hold, while in this grassy vale I stand, where Lauren Rome of old, and here recounting all her toils and pain, signs will I show to thee, who rules the land, that I am child of hers, and all shall understand, hearing the doubtful tales of the dim past of made plain.
And ere the end shall be, each man the truth of what I tell shall see. And if there dwell hard by one skilled to read from bird notes augury, that man, when through his ears shall thrill our tearful wail, shall deem he hears the voice, the plaintive tale of her, the piteous spouse of Thereus, lord of guile, whom the hawk harries yet, the morning nightingale.
She from her happy home and fair streams scared away, wails wild and sad for haunts beloved erewhile. Yea, retell us, well a day, slain by her own, his mother's hand, maddened by lustful wrong, the deed by Tereus planned.
Like her I wail and wail in soft Ionian tones, and as she wastes, even so wastes my soft cheek once ripe with Nilus suns, and all my heart dissolves in utter woe. Sad flowers of grief I cull, fleeing from kinsman's love unmerciful, yea, from the clutching hands, the wanton crowd. I sped across the waves from Egypt's land of cloud.
Gods of the ancient cradle of my race, hear me, just gods. With righteous grace on me look down. Grant not to youth its heart's unchaste desire, but swiftly spurning lust's unholy fire, bless only love and willing wedlock's crown. The war-worn flyers from the battle's wreck find refuge at the hallowed altar side, the sanctuary divine. Ye gods, such refuge unto me provide, such sanctuary be mine.
And through the deep will of Zeus be a hard track, yet doth it flame and glance, beacon in the dark amid clouds,
Beacon in the dark,
and wrap
mankind.
Yet though the council fall, undone it shall not lie. Whatever be shaped and fixed within Zeus' ruling mind, dark as a southern grove, with summer leaf is shaded, his path of purpose win a marvel to man's eye.
Smitten by him, from towering hopes degraded, mortals lie low and still. Tireless and effortless works forth its will the arm divine. God, from his holy seat, in calm and of unarmed power, brings forth the deed at its appointed hour.
Let him look down on mortal wilderness. Lo, how the youthful stock of Belines, Crave for me, uncontrolled, with greed and madness bold, urged by passion's sunless stress, and cheated, learned too late, the prey has escaped their hold.
Ah, listen to my grievous tale, my sorrow's words, my shrill and tearful cries. Oh, woe! Loud with lament the accents rise, and from my living lips mine own sad dirges flow.
Oh, Apian land of hill and dale, thou canst yet, O land, this faltered foreign wail. Have mercy, hear my prayer. Lo, how again, rend and tear my woven raiment, and from off my hair cast the Scythian veil.
Ah, but if fortune smile, if death be driven away, vowed rights with eager haste we to the gods will pay. Alas, alas again, oh, whither drift the waves, and who shall loose the pain?
O Apian land of hill and dale, thou canst yet, O land, this faltered foreign wail. Have mercy, hear my prayer. Lo, how again I rend and tear my woven raiment, and from off my hair cast the Sidonian veil.
The waiting, wafting oar,
Waiting, wafting oar,
bark with
woven sail,
which the
sea foamed back,
Had me
fed me unharmed
unharmed of
storms,
storms,
along
along the breezes' track.
be it unblamed of
Be
me.
unblamed.
of me.
Ah, the end of my
The
emprise.
end of my empire.
May he, the Father,
Father
with
with
all-seeing
all-seeing
eyes,
eyes,
grant me
that
that
end.
end.
Father,
Let that henceforth unstained, as hereforth I may escape the forced embrace. Those proud children of the race that sacred Io bore.
and thou, O maiden goddess chaste and pure, queen of the inner fane, look of thy grace on me, O Artemis, thy willing suppliant thine. Thine it is, who from the lustful onslaught fled secure, to grant that I too, without stain, the shelter of thy purity may gain. Grant,
Grant that henceforth,
Unstained
unstained
as
as
heretofore,
heretofore,
may
I may
escape
escape
the
the
forced
forced
embrace
of
of
those
those
proud
proud
children
children
that
of the
chose
race
that sacred
Grace.
low
sacred
bore.
Io bore.
Yet, if this may not be, we, the dark race sun smitten, we will speed with suppliant wands to Zeus, who rules below with hospitable lands, who welcome all the dead from all the lands. Yea, by our own hand strangled, we will go, spurned by Olympian gods, unto the gods below.
Zeus, hear and save the searching, poisonous hate that Io vexed and drave. Was of a goddess, well I know, the bitter ire, the wrathful woe of Hera, queen of heaven, a storm her breath whereby we yet are driven.
Bethink thee, what dispraise of Zeus himself will mankind raise, if now he turns his faith avert from our cries, if now dishonored and alone The oxen maiden's race shall be undone. Children of Euphrates, of his own begotten son. Zeus, listen from on high. To thee our prayers arise.
Zeus, hear and save. The searching poisonous hate that is low vexed and drave was of a goddess well I know, the bitter ire, the wrathful woe of her, Hera, queen of heaven. A storm her breath, whereby we yet are driven.
Children, be wary. Wary he with whom ye come. Your trusty sire and steersman old, and that same caution hold I here on land, and bid you hoard my words, inscribing them on memory's tablets. Lo, I see afar dust, voiceless herald of a host. Arise, and hark! Within their grinding sockets ring axles of hurrying wheels. I see approach, borne in curved cars, by speeding horses drawn, a speared and shielded band. The chiefs, perchance of this their land, are hitherward intent to look on us, of whom they have yet have heard by messengers alone. But come who may, and come he peaceful, or in ravening wrath, spurred on his path, 'twere best, in any case, damsels, to cling upon unto this altar mound, made sacred to their gods of festival. A shrine is stronger than a tower to save, a shield that none may cleave. Step swift thereto, and in your left hands hold with reverence the white-crowned wands of Suppliants, the sign beloved of Zeus, compassion's lord, and speak to those that question you words meek and low and piteous, as beseems your stranger's state, clearly avowing of this flight of yours the bloodless cause, and on your utterance see to it well that modesty attend from downcast eyes, from brows of pure control. Let chastity look forth, nor when ye speak be voluble nor eager. They that dwell within this land are sternly swift to chide, and be your words submissive. Heed this well, for weak ye are, outcasts on stranger lands, and forward talk beseems not strengthless hands.
O Father, verily to us aware thy words are spoken, and thy wisdom's hest my mind shall hoard, with Zeus our sire to aid.
Even so, with gracious aspect let him aid.
Fain were I now to seat me by thy side.
Now dally not, but put our thought in act.
Zeus! Zeus! Pity our distress, or we die!
If so he will, your toils to joy will turn.
Lo, on this shrine the semblance of a bird.
Zeus's bird of dawn it is. Invoke the sign.
Thus I invoke the saving rays of morn.
Next, bright Apollo, exiled once from heaven.
The exiled god will pity our exile.
Yea, may he pity, giving grace and aid.
Whom next invoke I of these other gods?
Lo, here, a trident, symbol of God.
Who gave thee safety? May he bless on land!
This next is Hermes, carved in a Grecian wise.
Then let him herald help to freedom won.
Lastly, adore this altar consecrate to many lesser gods in one. Then crouch on holy ground, a flock of doves that flee, scared by no alien hawks, a kin not kind, hateful, and fain of love more hateful still. Foul is the bird that rends another bird, and foul the men who hail unwilling maids from sire unwilling to the bridal bed. Never on earth, nor in the lower world, shall lewdness such as theirs escape the ban. Thereto, if men say right, a God there is, who upon dead men turns their sin to doom, to final doom. Take heed, draw hitherward, that from this hap your safety ye may win.
Speak, of what land are ye? No Grecian band is this to whom I speak, with eastern robes and wrappings richly dight. No Argive maid, no woman in all Greece such garb doth wear. This too gives marvel, how unto this land, unheralded, unfriended, without guide, and without fear ye came. Yet one's eyes see true sign of suppliants, by you laid down on shrines of these our gods of festival. No land but Greece can read such signs aright. Much else there is, conjecture well might guess, but let words teach the man who stands to hear.
Oh, true is the word thou spakest of my God. But speak I unto thee as citizens, or Hermes wand-bearer, or chieftain king?
For that take heart and answer without fear. I am Pelogassus, ruler of this land, child of Palatian, whom the earth brought forth, and rightly named from me the race who reap this country's harvests are Pelgasian called. And o'er the wide and westward stretching land, through which the lucent wave of Strymon flows, I rule. Perheber's land my boundary is, northward, and Pindus' further slopes that watch Paeonia and Dodona's mountain ridge. West, east, the limit of the washing seas restrains my rule, the interspace is mine. But this whereon we stand is Apian land, styled so of old from great Hela's name. For Apis, coming from Naupactus' shore, beyond the strait, child of Apollo's self, and like him seer and healer, cleansed this land from man-devouring monsters, who in the earth, stained with pollution of old blood-shedding, brought forth in malice beasts of ravening jaws, a grisly throng of serpents manifold, and healings of their hurt by knife and charm Apis devised, unblamed of Argive men, and in their prayers found honour for reward. Lo, thou hast heard the tokens that I give. Speak now thy race, and tell a forthright tale. In sooth, this people loves not many words.
Short is my word and clear. Of Argive race we come, from her, the ox-horn maiden, who first bare the sacred child. My word shall give whate'er can stablish this my soothfast tale.
Oh, stranger maids, I may not trust this word, that ye have share in this our Argive race.
What?
No likeness of our country do you bear, but semblance as of Libyan womankind, even such stock as Nilus banks might grow. Yea, and the Cyprian stamp in female forms shows to the life what males impressed the same. And furthermore of roving Indian maids whose camping grounds by Ethiopia lie, and camels burdened even as mules, and bearing riders as horses bear, mine ears have heard, and tales of flesh devouring, mateless maids called Amazons. To these, if bows ye bear, I most had deemed you like. Speak further yet, that of your Argive birth, the truth I learn.
Here, in this Argive land, so runs the tale Io was priestess once of Hera's fame.
Yea, truth it is, and far this word prevails. It said that Zeus with mortal mingled love.
Aye, and that Hera that embrace surmised.
How issued then the strife of those on high?
By Hera's will, a heifer she became.
Held Zeus aloof then from the horned beast?
'Tis said he loved in semblance of a bull.
And his stern concert, did she aught thereon?
One myriad-eyed she set the heifer's guard.
How namest thou this herdsman many-eyed?
Argus, the child of earth whom Hermes slew.
Still did the goddess vex the beast ill-starred?
She wrought a gadfly with a goading sting.
Thus drave she Io hence to roam afar?
Yea, this thy word coheres exact with mine.
Then to Canopus and to Memphis came she?
And by Zeus' hand was touched, and bare a child.
Who vaunts him the Zeus-mated creature's son?
Epiphus, named rightly from the saving touch.
And whom in turn did Ephesus beget?
Aye, Libya, with name of a wide land endowed.
And who from her was born unto the race?
Belus, from him 2 sons, my father one.
Speak now to me his name, this grey beard wise.
DANAUS, his brother 50 sons begat.
Grudge not in telling his name too to tell.
AEGYPTUS, thou my lineage old hast heard, strive then to aid a kindred Argive band.
Yea, of a truth, in backward scope of time, of Argive race ye seem. But say, what chance fell on you, goading you from home and land?
Lord of Pelasgian men, calamity is manifold and diverse. As of birds, feather from feather differs, so of men the woes are sundry. Who had dared foretell that this our sudden flight, this hate and fear of loathly wedlock would on Argos shore set forth a race of kindred lineage?
What crave ye of these gods of festival, holding up newly plucked white tufted boughs?
Ne'er to be slaves unto Egyptus' race.
Doth your own hate, or doth the law forbid?
Not as our lords, but as unloved. We chide them.
'Tis from such wedlock that advancement comes.
How easy it is from the weak to turn.
How then toward you can I be conscious clear?
Deny us, though Egyptus' race demand.
A heavy task thou namest, a rash war.
But justice champions them who strike for her.
Yea, if their side was from the outset hers.
Revere the gods thus crowned, who steer the state.
Awe thrills me, seeing these shrines with leafage crowned.
Yea,
Yea,
stern the wrath,
stern the wrath of Zeus,
the suppliants, his lord,
child of Blackthorn,
royal chief,
royal chief of thy Pelasgians here.
here,
Down thine heart to my
relief,
my relief,
fugitive,
a suppliant,
swift with fear, whom the wild bulls
or tumbling crags in this case aloud, but she knows calling,
trusty
the herdsman's trusty arm to save her from foes.
From her foes.
From her foes.
Lo, with bowed heads beside our city shrines, ye sit neath shade of new-plucked olive boughs. Our distant kin's resentment heaven forfend. Let not this hap, unhoped and unforeseen, bring war on us, for strife we covet not.
Justice, the daughter of right-dealing Zeus. Justice, the queen of suppliants, look down, that this our plight no ill may loose upon your town. This word, even from the young, let age and wisdom learn. If thou to suppliants show grace, thou shalt not lack heaven's grace in turn. So long as virtue's gifts on heavenly shrines have place.
Not at my private hearth ye sit and sue, and if the city bear a common stain, be it the common toil to cleanse the same. Therefore no pledge, no promise will I give, ere counsel with the commonwealth be held.
Nay, but the source of sway, the city's self art thou, a power unjudged. Thine, only thine to rule the right of hearth and shrine before thy throne and scepter. All men bow. Thou in all causes, Lord, beware thy curse divine.
May that curse fall upon mine enemies. Cannot aid you without risk of scathe, nor scorn your prayers, unmerciful it were. Perplexed, distraught I stand, and fear alike the twofold chance to do or not to do.
Have heed of him who looketh on high, the guard of woeful morals, whosoever unto his fellow cries, and find no pity, find no justice there, abiding with his wrath, the suppliant's Lord. The smite, unmoved by cries, unbent by prayerful words.
But if AEGYPTUS children grasp you here, claiming their country's right to hold you theirs as next of kin, who dares to counter this? Plead ye your country's laws, if plead ye may, that upon you they lay no lawful hand.
Let me not fall, oh, nevermore, a prey into the young man's hand, rather than wed whom I abhor. By Pilate's stars I plead his land. O King, take justice to thy side, and with thy righteous powers decide.
Hard is the cause, make me not judge thereof. Already I have vowed it, to do naught save after counsel with my people ta'en, king though I be, that ne'er in after time, if ill fate chance, my people then may say in aid of strangers, thou the state hast slain.
Zeus, lord of kinship, rules at will the swaying balance, and surveys evil and good. To men of ill gives evil, and to good men he prays. And thou, since true those scales do sway, shalt thou from justice shrink away.
A deep, a saving counsel hear their need. An eye that like a diver to the depth of dark perplexity can pass and see, undizzied, unconfused. First doth we care that to the state and to ourselves this thing shall bring no ruin. Next, that wrangling hands shall grasp you not as prey, nor we ourselves betray you, thus embraced sacred shrines, nor make the avenging all-destroying God, who not in hell itself sets dead men free, a grievous inmate, an abiding bane. Spake I not right of saving counsel's need?
Yea, Counsel, take and stand to aid at justice side and mine. Betray not me, the timorous maid, whom far beyond the brine a godless violence cast forth for that forlorn.
O King, wilt thou behold, Lord of this land, wilt thou behold me torn from altars manifold? Bethink thee of the young men's wrath and lust. Hold off their evil pride.
Steel not thyself to see the
Thyself.
suppliant thrust from
Suppliant.
hallowed statue's side. Hailed by the
Frontlet of my forehead bound.
Beads are led and drawn by hands,
Hands.
shrine and altar mound by vestures fringed long.
Mound by vestures fringed long.
Long.
Know thou that whether for AEGYPTUS race thou dost their wish fulfill, or for the gods and for each holy place, be thy choice, good or ill, blow is with blow requited, grace with grace. Such is Zeus' righteous will.
Yea, I have pondered. From the sea of doubt here drives at length the bark of thought ashore. Landward with screw and windlass hailed, and firm clamped to her props she lies. The need is stern. With men or gods a mighty strife we strive perforce, and either hap in grief concludes. For if a house be sacked, new wealth for old, not hard it is to win. If Zeus, the lord of treasure, favour more than quits the loss, enough to pile the store of wealth full high. Or if a tongue shoot forth untimely speech, bitter and strong to goad a man to wrath, soft words there be to soothe that wrath away. But what device shall make the war of kin bloodless? That woe, the blood of many beasts and victims manifold to many gods, alone can cure. Right glad I were to shun this strife, and am more fain of ignorance than of the wisdom of a woe endured. The gods send better than my soul foretells.
Of many cries for mercy, hear the end.
Say on then, for it shall not scape mine ear.
Girdles we have, and bands that bind our robes.
Even so, such things beseem a woman's wear.
Know then, with these a fair device there is.
Speak then, what utterance doth this foretell?
Unless to us thou givest pledge secure.
What can thy girdle's craft achieve for thee?
Strange votive tablet shall these statues deck.
Mysterious thy resolve, avow it clear.
Swiftly, to hang me on these sculptured gods.
Thy word is as a lash to urge my heart.
Thou seest truth, for I have cleared thine eyes.
Yea, and woes manifold, invincible, a crowd of ills sweep on me torrent-like. My bark goes forth upon a sea of troubles unfathomed, ill to traverse, harbourless. For if my deed shall match not your demand, dire beyond shot of speech shall be the bane your death's pollution leaves unto this land. Yet, if against your kin, AEGYPTUS race, before our gates I front the doom of war, will not the city's loss be sore? Shall men for women's sake incarnadine the ground? But yet the wrath of Zeus, the suppliant's lord, I need must fear. Most awful unto man the terror of his anger. Thou, old man, the father of these maidens, gather up within your arms these wands of suppliants, and lay them at the altars manifold of all our country's gods, that all the town know by this sign that ye come here to sue. Nor in thy haste do thou say aught of me. Swift is this folk to censure those who rule. But if they see these signs of suppliants, it might well chance that each will pity you, and loathe the young men's violent pursuit, and thus a fairer favour you may find. For to the helpless each man's heart is kind.
To us, beyond gifts manifold, it is to find a champion thus compassionate. Yet send with me attendants of thy folk, rightly to guide me, that I duly find each altar of your city's gods that stands before the fane, each dedicated shrine, and that in safety through the city's ways I may pass onward, all unlike to yours, the outward semblance that I wear. The race that Nihilus rears is all dissimilar to that of Inachus. Keep watch and ward, lest heedlessness bring death. Full oft I ween, friend hath slain friend, not knowing whom he slew.
Go at his side, attendants. He saith well. On to the city's consecrated shrines. Nor be of many words to those ye meet, the while this suppliant voyager ye lead.
Let him go forward, thy command obeying, but me how biddest, how assurest thou?
Leave there the new plucked boughs, thy sorrow's sign.
Thus beckoned forth at thy behest I leave them.
Now to this level precinct turn thyself.
Unconsecrated is, and cannot shield me.
We will not yield to thee those falcons' greed.
What help? More fierce they are than serpents fell.
We spake thee fair, speak thou them fair in turn.
What marvel that we loathe them, scared in soul?
Or towards a king should other fears transcend.
Thus speak, thus act, and reassure my mind.
Not long thy sire shall leave thee desolate. But I will call the country's indwellers, and with soft words the assembly will persuade, and warn your sire what pleadings will avail. Therefore abide ye, and with prayer entreat the country's gods to compass your desire, the while I go, this matter to provide, persuasion and fair fortune at my side.
O King of Kings, among the blessed, thou highest and thou happiest, listen and grant our prayer. In deeply loathing thrust away from us the young man's lust, and deeply drown in azure waters, down and never down, benches of roar stark, the fatal and perfidious bark.
Unto the maidens turn thy gracious
thy
care.
gracious care.
Gracious care.
Think yet again
On the tale of
On the soul of
fame,
pain,
how from the maiden loved of
Love.
thee there sprung mine ancient line,
long since
long
in many a
since
legend
in many a
sung.
legend sung.
legends.
Remember,
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 those whose hand did Io by a touch to human shape reclaim.
claim.
For from this Argo est our mother came, driven hence to Egypt's land. Yet sprung of Zeus we were, and hence our birth
Zeus,
we claim.
Our birth we claim. And now have I roamed back unto the ancient track, where Io roamed and pastured among flowers, watched o'er by Argus eyes, through the lush grasses and the meadow bowers. Thence, by the gadfly maddened, forth she flies unto far lands and ancient peoples driven, and following fate, though paths of foam and surge, see as she goes the cleaving strait divide Greece from the Eastland rivers.
And swift through
Swift
Asian
through
borders.
Asian borders doth she urge, her course over Phrygian mountains' sheep-clipped side. Thence where the Mysian realm of Teuthras lies, towards Lydian lowlands hies, and o'er Cilician and Pamphylian hills and ever-flowing rills, and thence to Aphrodite's fertile shore, the land of garnered wheat and wealthy store.
And thence, deep stung by wild unrest, by the winged fly that goaded her and drave unto the fertile land the god possessed, where from far-off snows life-giving Nilus flows, urged on by Typho's strength, a fertilizing wave, she roves in harassed and dishonored flight, scathed by the blasting pangs of Hera's dread despite.
They within the land with terror shook and waned, so strange the sight they saw, and were afraid a wild twi-natured thing, half heifer and half maid, whose hand was laid at last on Io, thus forlorn, with many roamings worn, who bade the harassed maidens peace return.
Zeus, Lord of time etern, yea, be his breath divine, by his unscathing strength, she lay aside her bane and softened back to womanhood at length. Shed human tears again, then quickened with Zeus's veritable seed, and pagan in her bare and stainless babe, a child of heavenly breed.
Of life and fortune fair. His is the life of life, so all men say. His is the seed of Zeus, who else had power stern Hera's craft to stay, her vengeful curse to loose? Yea, all from Zeus befell, and rightly wouldst thou tell that we from Epiphus his child were born, justly his deed was done.
Unto what other one of all the gods should I for justice turn? Free from him our race did spring, creator he and king, ancient of days and wisdom he and might, as bark before the wind, so wafted by his mind, moves every counsel, each device aright.
Beneath no stronger hand holds he a weak command, no throne doth he abase him to adore. Swift as a word his deed acts out what stands decreed in counsels of his heart forevermore.
Take heart, my children. The land's heart is kind, and to full issue has their voting come.
All hail, my sire! Thy words bring utmost joy. Say, to what issue is the vote made sure, and how prevail the people's crowding hands?
With one assent, the Argives spake their will. And hearing, my old heart took youthful cheer.
Woo!
The very sky was thrilled when high in air the concourse raised right hands and swore their oath. Free shall the maidens sojourn in this land, unharried, undespoiled by mortal wight. No native hand, no hand of foreigner shall drag them hence. If any man use force, whoe'er of all our countrymen shall fail to come upon their aid, let him go forth, beneath the people's curse, to banishment. So did the king of this Pelasgian folk plead on behalf of us, and bade them heed that never in the aftertime this realm should feed to fullness the great enmity of Zeus, the suppliant's guard against itself. A twofold curse for wronging stranger guests who are akin withal, confrontingly, should rise before the city and be shown a ruthless monster, fed on human doom. Such things the Argive people heard, and straight, without proclaim of herald, gave assent. Yea, in full conclave, the Pelasgian folk heard suasive pleas, and Zeus through them resolved.
Praise Zeus! Praise Zeus! Praise the
Arouse
gods!
we now to chant our prayer for fair return of service fair, and Argos kindly will. Zeus, Lord of guest right, look upon the grace of our stranger lips have won. In right and truth, as they begun, guide them with favoring hand until thou dost their blameless wish fulfill.
Now may the Zeus-born gods on high hear us pour forth a votive prayer for Argos' clan. Never may this Pelagasian earth amid the fire wreck shrill a dismal cry on Eris, ravening lord of fight, who in an alien harvest mows down man. For lo, this land had pity on our plight, and unto us were merciful, and Leo into us the piteous flock who at Zeus's altar kneel.
They scorned not
The pleas of maidenhood,
pleas of maidenhood,
nor the young men's who hath will stood.
They knew right well
The unearthly watching fiend invincible.
Invincible.
Owl avenger, let him not draw
Avenger,
near.
let him not draw
He
near.
on roofs
Star, defiling and
polluting
polluting the ghastly ward.
vengeance, and took holy heed to us, the sister suppliants, who cried, Zeus, the Lord of purity.
The Lord of purity.
They shall the gods repeat. Thus through the boughs that
Shade our lips,
air.
Lord,
purity.
in air.
Through the boughs that shade our lips, fly forth in air.
Fly forth, O eager prayer, may never pestilence face this city's rays, nor be the land with corpses strewed, nor strained with civic blood, the stem of youth unplucked to manhood come, nor heirs to rise from Aphrodite's bower, the Lord of death in vain to waste our youthful flower.
Long may the old crowd to the altar kindled to consume gifts rich and manifold offered to win from powers divine. By his son on the city and on the shrine. Let all the sacred might adore of Zeus, most high the Lord of guest right and the hospitable board, whose immemorial law doth rule fate's scale aright. The garners of earth's store be full forevermore, and grace of Artemis will make women travail light.
No devastating curse or fell disease the city sees. No clamor of the state aroused to war. Ares from afar shrinketh the lute by whom the dancers fail. Ares, the lord of wail, swarm far aloof from Argos citizens. All plague and pestilence, and may the archer God our children spare.
May Zeus with poison and with fruitfulness the lands each season bless, and quickened with heaven's bounty manifold, teem grazing flock and fold, beside the altars of heaven's hallowing, loud let the minstrel sing, and from pure lips float forth the harp-led strain in air.
And let the people's voice, the power that sways the state, in danger's hour be wary, wise for all. No honor in dishonor hold, but ere the voice of war be bold, let them to stranger peoples grant fair and unbloody covenant, justice and peace with all.
And to the Argives' power divine, the sacrifice in Lordan's kine, by right ancestral pay, among 3 words of power and awe, stand this, the third, and the mighty law. Your gods, your fathers defied, yea, shall adore. Let this abide forever and for aye.
Dear children, well and wisely have ye prayed. I bid you now not shudder, through ye hear new and alarming tidings from your sire. From this high place, beside the suppliant's shrine, the bark of our pursuers I behold, by divers tokens recognized you well. Lo, the spread canvas and the hides that screen the gunwale. Lo, the prow with painted eyes that seem her onward pathways to descry. Heeding too well the rudder at the stern that rules her, coming for no friendly end, and look the seamen all too plain their race. Their dark limbs gleam from out their snow-white garb. Plain to the other barks, a fleet that comes all swift to aid the purpose of the first, that now, with furled sail and with pulse of oars, which smite the wave together, comes a land. But ye, be calm, and schooled not scared by fear. Confront this chance, be mindful of your trust in these protecting gods, and I will hence, and the champions who shall plead your cause right will bring unto your side. There come perchance heralds or envoys, eager to lay hand and drag you captive hence, yet fear them not. Foiled shall they be, yet well it were for you, if e'er with aid I come, I tarry long, not by one step this sanctuary to leave. Farewell, fear not, soon shall the hour be born when he that scorns the gods shall rue his scorn.
Even now, even as I speak, winged ships draw nigh. I shiver, I perish with fear over seas
I perish with fear.
Pursuers are near.
Not it avails, my pursuers are near.
Children, take heart. They who decreed to aid thy cause will arm for battle. Well, I ween.
Desperate is Egyptus' ravening race. with fight unsated, thou too knowst it well.
In their wrath they overtake us. The brow is steep, dark, and the which they have sped, and dark is the bench and the crew of the bark.
Yea, but a crew as stout they here shall find, and arms well steeled beneath a noonday sun.
Ah, yet, O Father, leave us not forlorn, and lone a maid is not a strengthless arm.
With guile
Guile
pursue
they
me,
pursue me.
with counsel malign and unholy
Unholy
their
their
soul.
soul.
As ravens,
Ravens, they seize me, unheeding the shrine.
unheeding the shrine.
Fair will befall us, children, in this chance, if thus in wrath they wrong the gods and you.
Alas, nor tridents nor the sanctity of shrines will drive them, O my sire, from us.
Unholy and daring and cursed is their ire, nor own they control of the gods, but like jackals they glut their desire.
Aye, but come, wolf, flee, jackal, saith the saw, nor can the flax plant overbear the corn.
Lustful, accursed, monstrous is their will as of beasts ravening, where we of their power.
Look you, not swiftly puts a fleet to sea, nor swiftly to its moorings. Long it is, or ere the savings cables to the shore are borne, and long, or ere the steersmen cry, the good ship swings at anchor, all is well. Longest of all, the task to come a land, where haven there is none. When sunset fades in night, to pilot wise the adage saith, night is a day of wakefulness and pain. Therefore no force of weapon men, as yet scatheless, can come ashore, before the bark lie at her anchorage securely moored. Bethink thee, therefore, nor in panic leave the shrine of gods, whose succor thou hast won. I go for aid, men shall not blame me long. Hold but with youth at heart and on my tongue.
O land of hill and dale,
O holy land,
What shall befall us?
Whither shall we flee? From Apian land to some dark lair of earth?
Oh, would thy in vapor of smoke I might rise to the clouds of the sky.
That as dust which flits up without wings, I might pass and vanish and die.
I dare not.
I dare not abide,
abide.
My heart yearns.
eager to fly.
And dark is the cast of my thought.
I shudder and tremble for fear.
My father looked forth and beheld. I die of the sight that draws near.
And for me be the strangling cord, the halter made ready by fate.
Before to my body draws nigh the man of my horror and hate.
Nay, ere I will own him as Lord, as handmaid to Hades I go.
Oh, that aloft in the sky, where the dark clouds are frozen to snow,
Refuge for me might be found, or a mountaintop smoothed to ride.
For the foot of the goat, where the vulture sits lonely, and none may descry.
Pinnacle veiled in cloud, the highest and sheerest of all.
Heir to wedlock that rendeth my heart,
My heart,
and love that is loveless.
love that is loveless.
Yea, a prey to the dogs and the birds of the mount will I give me to be.
Or wailing and curse and pollution to his death, only death. Set me free.
Let death come upon me, before to the ravisher's bed I am thrust.
What champion, what savior, but death can I find, or what refuge from lust?
I will utter my shriek of entreaty, a prayer that shrills up to the sky.
That calleth the gods to compassion, a tuneful, pitiful cry that is loud to invoke the release.
Oh, Father, look down on the fight.
Look down in my wrath on the wronger with eyes that are eager for right.
Yes! Yes!
Our Lord of the world, whose kingdom
Now that art Lord of the will over all, the kingdom is strong over all. Have mercy on us.
At thine altar for refuge and safety we call.
For the race of Aegyptus is fierce, with greed and with malice of fire.
They cry as the questing hounds, they sweep with the speed of desire.
Thine is the balance of fate. Thou rulest the wavering scale.
And without thee, no moral appraise shall have strength to achieve or prevail.
Alack! Alack!
Alack the ravisher!
From boat to
He draws to the end. Away!
Under hurricanes!
Death seize thee first,
Or ere thou touch me off.
God, hear our cry!
Our maiden agony.
The touch!
The prelude of my shame.
Alas! My maiden fate!
Oh, sister, 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 to the altar cling.
For he that seizeth me.
Grim is his wrath and stern.
my land
As on the sea.
Goddess! Oh, King!
King, Goddess, O King, Goddess, O King.
Goddess, O King.
Heads to my barge, step swiftly, tarry not.
Alack, he rends!
He rents my hair.
Oh, wound on wound.
Help!
My lopped head will fall.
My blood gush o'er the ground. Oh.
Aboard ye curse, with the new curse go.
would God that on his wandereth brain thou and this braggest tongue of thine had sunk beneath the main. Thy mast and plank made fast in vain. Thee would I drive aboard at once more, and slayers and the dares from thy shore.
Ye still, thou vain demented soul, my force thy craving shall control. Away aboard, what clinges to the shrine? Away, this city's gods I hold not for divine.
Aid me, ye gods, that never I may behold again the mighty, the life-given river, Nilus, the quickener of field and fold. Alack, O sire, once to the shrine I cling, shrine of this land from which
Shrines, forsooth. The ship be shrine. Aboard perforce, and will ye nil ye go? From my hands of mine, ye suffer torments worse, and blow on blow.
Alack! God grant those hands may strive in vain. Salt streaming wave! Against thy blows, thy bud shall strain to round, starboard escape, and
treacherous grave!
Shrill ye and shriek unto what gods ye may. Ye shall not leap from out AEGYPTUS' bark. How bitterly so ye wail your woe.
Alack, alack, my wrong. Stern is thy voice, thy vaunting loud and strong. Thy sire, the mighty Nihilus, drive thee hence, turning to death and gloom thy greedy violence.
Swift to the vessel of the double prow. Go quickly, let none linger else this hand. Ruthless will hale you by your tresses hence.
Alack, O Father, from the shrine not aid but agony is mine. As a spider he creeps and he clutches his prey, and he hales me away. A spectre of darkness, alas and alas well a day. O earth, O my mother, O Zeus, thou king of the earth and her child, turn back, we pray thee, from us his clamor and threatenings wild.
Peace! I fear not this country's deities, they fostered not my childhood nor mine age.
Snake, that is human.
A snake that is human, he comes.
Shudders and crawls to my side, and has adder that biteth the foot, his clutch on my flesh doth abide. Oh, earth, oh, my mother, oh, Zeus, thou king of the earth, and her child, turn back, we pray thee, from his clamor and threatenings wild.
Swift each unto the ship, repine no more, or my hand shall not spare to rend your robe.
O chiefs, O leaders, aid me or I yield.
Peace! If ye have not ears to hear my words, lo, by these tresses must I hale you hence.
Undone we are, O king, all hope is gone.
Aye, kings, now ye shall be holden on. AEGYPTUS, son, ye shall not want for kings.
Sirrah, what dost thou? In what arrogance darest thou thus insult Pelgacia's realm? Deemest thou this a woman-hearted town? Thou art too full of thy barbarian scorn for us of Grecian blood, and erring thus thou dost bewray thyself a fool in all.
Say thou wherein my deeds transgress my right.
First, that thou playest a stranger's part amiss.
Wherein I do but search and claim mine own.
To whom of our guest champions hast appealed?
To Hermes, Herald's champion, lord of search.
Yea, to a god, yet dost thou wrong the gods.
The gods that rule by Nihilus I revere.
Hear I aright? Our Argive gods are naught?
The praise mine unless force rend it from me.
At thine own peril touch them. Where, and soon?
I hear thy speech, no hospitable word.
I am no host for sacrilegious hands.
I will go tell this to AEGYPTUS, AEGYPTUS' son.
Well, it's in my pride will ponder not thy word.
Yet, that I have my message clear to say, for it behoves that herald's words be clear. Be they or ill or good, how art thou named? By whom despoiled of this sister band of maidens pass I homeward? Speak and I say, for lo, henceforth in Eris court we stand, who judges not by witness but by war. No pledge of silver now can bring the cause to issue ere this thing end. There must be corpse piled on corpse and many lives cast forth.
What skills it that I tell my name to thee? Thou and thy mate shall learn it ere the end. Know that if words unstained by violence can change these maidens' choice, then mayest thou with full consent of theirs conduct them hence. But thus the city with one voice ordained, no force shall bear away the maiden band. Firmly this word upon the temple wall is by a rivet clenched, and shall abide. Not upon wax inscribed and indelible, nor upon parchment sealed and stored away. Lo, thou hast heard our free mouths speak their will. Out from our presence, tarry not, but go.
Methinks we stand on some new edge of war. Be strength and triumph on the young men's side.
Nay, but here also shall ye find young men unsodden with the juices oozed from grain. But ye, O maids, with your attendants true, pass hence with trust into the fenced town, ringed with a wide confine of guarding towers. Therein are many dwellings for such guests as the state honours. There myself am housed within a palace neither scant nor strait. There dwell ye, if ye will, to lodge at ease, in halls well thronged. Yet if your soul prefer, tarry secluded in a separate home. Choose ye and cull from these our proffered gifts, whiche'er is best and sweetest to your will, and I and all these citizens who vote stand thus decreed, will your protectors be. Look not to find elsewhere more loyal guard.
O godlike chief, God grant my prayer. Fair blessings on thy proffers fair, Lord of Pelasgia's race. Yet of thy grace unto our side, send thou the man of courage tried, of counsel deep and prudent thought, be DANAUS to his children brought. For his it is to guide us well, and warn where it behooves to dwell. What place shall guard and shelter us from malice and tongues slanderous? Swift always are the lips to blame, a stranger maiden to defame. But fortune, give us grace.
A stainless fame, a welcome kind from all this people you shall find. Dwell therefore, damsels, loved of us, within our halls, as DANAUS allots to each in order due, her dower of attendants true.
High thanks, my children, unto Argos God, and to this folk, as to Olympian gods, give offerings, meat of sacrifice and wine. For saviors are they, in good sooth to you. From me they heard, and bitter was their wrath. How those your kinsmen strove to work you wrong, and how of us with Warden. And to me this company of spearmen did they grant, that honored I may walk, nor unaware die by some secret thrust, and on this land bring down the curse of death that dieth not. Such boons they gave me, it behooves me pay a deeper reverence from a soul sincere. Ye, to the many words of weariness spoken by me, your father, had this word that's tried by time. Our unknown company be held for honest. Over swift our tongues to slander strangers. Over light his speech to bring pollution on a stranger's name. Therefore I read you, bring no shame on me. Now when man's eye beholds your maiden prime, lovely is beauty's ripening harvest field, but ill to guard, and men and beasts I wot, and birds and creeping things make prey of it. And when the fruit is ripe for love, the voice of Aphrodite breweth it abroad, the while she guards the yet unripened growth. On the fair richness of a maiden's bloom, each passer looks, o'ercome with strong desire, with eyes that waft the wistful dart of love. Then be not such our hap, whose livelong toil did make our penance plough the mighty main. Nor bring we shame upon ourselves, and joy unto my foes. Behold, a twofold home, one of the king's, and one the people's gift, unbought. 'Tis yours to hold, a gracious boon. Go, but remember ye your sire's behest, and hold your life less dear than chastity.
The gods above grant that all else be well. But fear not thou, O sire, lest aught befall of ill unto our ripened maidenhood. So long as heaven have known you ill devised from its chaste path, my spirit shall not swerve. Pass and adore ye the blessed.
Adore ye the blessed,
The gods of the
city who dwell around Erasmus. The gush of the swift immemorial tide.
Chant ye, O maidens, aloud, let the praise of Pelagio swell, him we no longer the shores where Nilus to ocean doth glide.
Sing we the bounteous streams that ripple and gush through the city, quickening they flow, and fertile the soft new life of the plain.
Artemis, maiden most pure, look on us with grace, with pity, save us from forced embrace. Such love hath no crown but a pain.
Yet no in scorn we chant, but in honor of Aphrodite. She truly and Hera alone have power with Zeus and control. Holy the deeds of her right, her craft is secret and mighty, and high is her honor on earth, and subtle her sway of the soul.
Yea, and her child is desire. In the train of his mother he goeth. Yea, in persuasion soft-lipped, whom none can deny or repel. Cometh Harmonia too, on whom Aphrodite bestoweth the whispering parley, the paths of the rapture that lovers love well.
I tremble and quake. lest again they should sail to reclaim. Alas, for the sorrow to come, the blood and the carnage of war. By those whose will was it done, that o'er the wide ocean they came, guided by favoring winds, and wafted by sail and by oar.
Peace. For what faith hath ordained will surely not tarry, but come. Wide is the counsel of Zeus, by no man escape or withstood. Only I pray that whatever is the end of this wedlock he doomed, we, as many maidens of old, may win from the ill to the good.
Great Zeus, this wedlock turn from me from the kinsman bridegroom guard.
Come what, come may, 'tis fate's decree.
Soft is thy word, thy doom is hard.
Thou knowest not what the fates provide.
How should I scan Zeus's mighty will, the depth of counsel undescribed?
Pray thou, the word of Emanuel.
What timely warning wouldst thou teach?
Beware not slight the gods in speech.
Zeus, hold from my body the wedlock detested, the bridegroom abhorred.
It was thou.
It was thou didst release mine ancestress, Io, from sorrow.
Thine healing
was that
Lord.
Restored.
The touch of thine hand gave her peace.
Be thy will for the cause of maidens.
Of two ills the lesser I pray.
Exile that I leavest me pure.
May thy justice have heed to my cause.
My prayers to thy mercy find way.
For
Of thy
saving
are
sure.
sure. The Suppliants by Aeschylus, presented by JaYo. The knave was played by Ollie Phillips. The King of Argos was played by Henry Grant. herald of Aegyptus was played by Chris Emanuel. The leader of the chorus was played by Jacqueline Elisabeth. The chorus of the 52 leaders of DANAUS were played by Angela Faith, Lise Moreau, Marcia French, Paula K. Destiny Whittaker, Valerie Caniglia, and Jacqueline Elisabeth.